Hi guys, Rino Mašić here, and today I'll be showing you how to strengthen your negative cup. You might be wondering, what is the negative cup? That is the holding strength of your wrist that doesn't allow it to fall in a dead wrist position. So today I'll be showing you 3 exercises to increase your wrist holding strength. You will notice that the range of motion on these exercises is quite short. That's because we're not trying to strengthen our cup, we're trying to strengthen our ability to hold our wrist straight while we are in a match. So for the first exercise, you're going to be needing a dumbbell and a bench which you'll be sitting on. After you sit down, you're going to want to take your dumbbell and lay your forearm down on the bench like so, and with your other arm hold the lower part of your forearm so that your arm doesn't lift up while you're doing the movement. You want to hold your thumb over the bar like I'm holding here so it doesn't accidentally fall on your wrist and hurt you. After you have your grip, you're just going to want to do a slight wrist curl up and always bring your wrist down to a straight position. I'm going to leave the dumbbell just to show you how it looks like. So it should look something like this, where you're doing just a slight cupping motion and always bringing your wrist back to a straight position and not letting it go down into a dead wrist position. So not like this. It should be like this. If you have never done these exercises, you'll notice that the back of your hand will be hurting quite a bit. But don't worry, after some time the pain will go away, but until it goes away, please be careful with the amount of weight that you will be using. The second exercise is going to be done quite similarly to the last one that I showed you, the only difference being that we're going to be using a barbell and we're going to be holding it with 2 hands. This exercise has 2 variations that I'll be showing you, the moving variation and the static holding one. Before I show you how to do the second exercise, I just want to show you the grip that you should be using. So where the rough part of the bar ends, that's where you want to place your thumbs and extend them as much as you can and take a grip from there. So it should be your thumb length away from the rough part of the bar. After you take your grip, you're going to want to lay both of your forearms down on the bench and leave a bit of space in between the bench and the beginning of your wrists, and just do a slight wrist curl like I'm doing here. Again, you want to bring your wrists down to a straight position and go back up. Don't let them flop down in a dead wrist position and then do it from there. You should do it from a straight position up. Like I said before, if you have never done these exercises, you will definitely be having some pain in the back of your wrists. So you want to do this exercise with a moderate amount of weight until the pain goes away, then you can put on more weight. The second variation of this exercise is going to be just a static hold of the bar on your wrists. The setup is completely the same like the first variation, but you're not going to pick up the weight from the bench like I'm doing here. You're going to pick it up from the ground. I'm doing it like this just to show you how to do it. So it should look something like this after you pick it up from the ground. Just holding it statically for a few seconds without it going in a dead wrist position. The third exercise is going to be done here on the table through a pulley. You want to set your pulley quite low like I did here, and you're going to want to use a thin handle. If you don't have a thin handle, it's perfectly fine using a thicker one, but we want to minimize the amount of stress on our fingers. We just want our wrist to be working on this exercise. But before you start doing the exercise, you're going to want to extend your cable a little bit by using a chain like this one. So the setup looks something like this. You want to grab your pad and put it around the table handle like this. Then you're going to turn it and lean your arm on it like so. And then you're going to grab your handle. Because my pulley is set up like this, I have to pull the handle through these bars. But if you have a pulley that doesn't have these bars, you can just grab it like you normally would. Then you're going to take your handle and put it in the middle of your hand. The handle should be going straight through your hand so that there is no pressure on your fingers. And that is why we extended the cable with the chain, because if we haven't have done that, the handle would be sitting right around here and it would be extremely uncomfortable pulling it back into position when you want to do this exercise. So the way you actually do this exercise is, first of all, setting the leg that is the closest to the table right behind the table leg, so the table doesn't fly everywhere when you start doing this exercise. Secondly, you want to take your wrist with your other arm and pull so it helps you lift the weight, and as soon as your elbow can rest on the table, set it down and start doing a slight wrist curl like this. Pulling it, and as soon as my elbow can rest on the table, I stop, lock my hand in, and do just a slight wrist curl. Again, you want to start with a straight position of your wrist and not from a dead wrist position. So we are simulating the motion of your wrist when you're starting the match. With this exercise, you want to be careful on not doing a full curl in, because we are keeping our thumb over the handle and there is a risk of the handle falling down on your wrist and hurting you. So guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope this will help you improve your wrist strength. If you have any other suggestions for a video that I should do, please leave a comment below. I'll be reading them all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.